it. I don't see a lot of excitement in your voice.
No, we're ready. Get ready for takeoff.
We only have 4 people watching so far in this second game, Joey. I'm not very happy about this. All right, here we go.
Ready?
Okay, ready? I'm going. Welcome back, everybody, here to Game 2 of the CUNYAC doubleheader between the Bearcats of Baruch College and the Beavers of CCNY. Bearcats winning the first game in a walk-off 9-8 after trailing 8-2. And here we go for Game 2. Ramirez on the mound for the Bearcats. Joe, it should be another good one.
Yeah, John, listen. Bearcat Nation, hopefully you had a nice lunch and you came back and you're ready for more. Bearcats in dramatic fashion, winning stat line. Bearcats 9 runs, 15 hits, 2 errors. CCNY 8 runs, 7 hits, and 6 errors, if that's correct. But I got news for you, Bearcat Nation. Thank goodness for the turf, because that led to that jump ball by Tejada that won the game for Baruch. So shout out to the field for that help.
And this one catches the corner, strike 3.
Yeah, Ramirez, proper pronunciation, comes in with a 10.25 ERA. He's 2-3 on the year, 7 appearances, started 5 games, completed 1, and he's got 18 strikeouts in 26.1 innings. 3.21 batting average against him.
I believe 2 weeks ago he was the CUNY Rookie of the Week, if that my memory serves me correctly. I know he won a CUNYAC honor recently.
Yeah, another one of the young guys, freshman for Coach Torres. But Baruch would like nothing better than to leave Staten Island here with a sweep. And, of course, just for conference reasons.
Flies out to right field. 2 outs.
For conference reasons, that would be huge. So Jonathan Rivera up at bat. Again, he's the leading hitter for City. Came into the first game at batting at .425. And he's DHing today, or in this game. Tell you, Ramirez has got that, deliberate approach to the plate. Little bit of a pause when he comes to the plate.
And this one is grounded into the right field, and it gets past the outfielder, and that's going to run all the way to the wall. Bearcats need to hurry, and they're going to stop him at third base.
Yeah, that's something that Baruch wants to avoid, not give away runs to City College. So Rivera's on third, and Chasanov is the batter. He came into the first game batting .282. So, again, Baruch trying not to allow this run. And, what pitchers all want to do, John, is, have a lead behind them versus come from behind.
This one is hit to the outfield. And we're going to have a F8 if you're scoring at home. 3 outs and the Bearcats.
Yeah, they left Rivera stranded, City College does.
Thankfully. And therefore, we're going to the bottom of the first. Bearcats coming to bat, no score.
also the error on the right fielder.
All right, Joe, you're going to come out of it. I'll tell
Yep.
you when.
For the, yep.
Okay, here we go. Ready, John?
For the City College attack, James Dean Johnston on the mound from Boynton Beach, Florida, Westminster Academy. And he comes in with a 4.53 ERA, 3-3 on the year, 47 strikeouts in 43 innings. So, look for him to come in, hard against the Bearcats. Ray coming into the game, 284 batting average. So you know what you're going to get from Johnston. He's coming at you. He's not going to play games.
Outside.
That's an off-speed pitch, way off the mark. But he's trying to come with the heat. His strikeouts to inning ratio high.
Swing and a miss. He goes down out on strikes.
Yeah. Baruch's going to have to be very disciplined in their at-bats against Johnston. You know what he's going to throw, but every once in a while, a pitcher like that will throw in that off-speed to get you off balance.
And this one is fouled and out of play. Thanks for everybody for joining our broadcast, our first two of the season for baseball. Thankfully, we're playing here at the College of Staten Island, which presents the opportunity with the press box and the Ethernet and really all the basics that you need to put together a broadcast. And we're glad to be presenting you the second game of the doubleheader on what has already been a great day for the Bearcats on a very windy day here in Staten Island. It is not terrible. It's not very comfortable being outside.
Well, again, the Bearcats were aided by the wind a little bit and then ultimately the turf, which resulted in that winning run. But, listen, you'll take it how they come.
Take it as they come, correct.
Take it as they come. And let's let's see what the second half. I think we got a nice little pitcher's duel possibly with Ramirez on the mound for Bearcats and Johnston, the big right-hander from Boynton Beach, Florida. Long way from home. He's on 137th Street now in New York City. It's a long way from Boynton Beach.
And that gets the corner, and they're going to call it strikeout.
Hey,
3.
I'll tell you, John, that umpire, man, that was way outside, and they gave Johnston that strike. Wow.
Well, you know, they call them differently every game. You got to adapt.
Yep. Well, Baruch certainly did that. They found a way in the first game, and nice shot.
Right down the line. And it's going to go into the corner. The left fielder won't make the play on it. But Cocozza, what a surprise. He's on base again.
Cocozza came into the first game hitting .448. And, this, every time you see this guy come to the plate, you get very impressed more and more by him. Because, you know what, John? He makes it look easy at the plate. Not many hitters could say that. But, again, when you're hitting .448, you're doing a lot right.
So that'll bring up our Game 1 hero, Pedro Tejada, who's now, he had that winning hit. And now with 2 outs and a runner on second, he's got a chance to try to do something.
Yeah, Tejada came into the first game hitting .359, but more impressive, leads the Bearcats in RBIs. Came in with 25. Of course, he got the game winner. But, this is a veteran player for Coach Torres here.
And that gets the corner.
Yeah, I think that Tejada's waiting for a fastball down Broadway from Johnston.
And this one is hit to short. Backhanded play, and he's not going to make it.
Well, Tejada will take that. Hey, any way you can get on. Now they got a nice little, first and third.
I think he was too deep in the hole to make the throw. My guessing is that he didn't think he would catch Tejada.
Yeah. Well, Tejada also got a good jump out of the box, John. So here's Joseph Bello, who again came into the first game hitting .250. And Joe does have 1 home run on the year.
I believe it was a grand slam.
Yeah. So it would be nice if Baruch could get to Johnston early here and get him out of a chance to settle in. Cocozza with a somewhat of a lead off third. Coach Torres right behind him. And my goodness, Tejada.
And now they're going to make the play. Let's see what happens at home. Safe.
Well, the Bearcats went from a disaster to a victory in terms of Cocozza sliding in at home because Tejada was really going to be caught out from first to second. So nice decoy by Tejada. And good base running by Cocozza. With a little assistance from Coach Torres, making sure that he was able to go.
So the Bearcats lead 1-0.
Well, it's good they're getting to Johnston quickly.
Started well for the pitcher with 2 strikeouts. But since then, the Bearcats, the heart of their lineup, 3, 4, and 5, has been doing the damage.
Yeah, Johnston has been away from the plate. Again, he's trying to get Baruch to go fishing, but his intent is to come in a la Roger Clemens, come in with the heat down Broadway. Tejada really, theatrical on second base. A lot of movement. And I think Johnston is seeing it out of the corner of his eye.
And this one is low.
Well, if you go by pitch count, Johnston's starting to really accumulate pitches here early. Well, City College got lucky. The ball bounced off Johnston's glove and right into a waiting infielder.
So there it is. We've wrapped up one inning here with the Bearcats up 1-0. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Trying to read lips.
Welcome back here to the top of the second inning, and a little bit of drama in between this setup. The umpires have warned both benches that if they hear any more, I guess, talk, I think there was some disappointment by CCNY saying that the Bearcats were talking to their pitcher. I don't remember seeing that. Not really sure where they saw that. I mean, again, we're only going by what we see up here. But apparently the benches have been warned. So if anybody says anything at all moving forward here as we start the top of the second inning, they will be ejected.
Yeah, you want good sportsmanship always. But this is Kevin Brzezinski popping out, but it's fouled. But sometimes it's a fine line, John. These are these are rivals, City College and Baruch. And, these are student athletes, going at it. But again, you want it to be a certain type of competition. Keep it fair, keep it respectful. May the better team win. But, speaking for Baruch, Coach Torres has always had a great program, very respectful student athletes.
And this ball is hit, and Andrew will make the play on it, and the Bearcats get the first out here in the top of the second. Now, that is the way you want to start off an inning.
Yeah, Brzezinski was late and hit a lazy ball. But again, the wind, carried out a little bit into the outfield. This is Victor Morris-Schott, who did not play. Well, he came in as a replacement in the first game. He's bringing a 200 batting average into the play. No home runs, 5 RBIs.
And this one too high and goes to the backstop. And this one is swiped hard, but it's going to go foul down the left field line.
Well, I'll tell you, he got all metal on that one. But, you know, again, with this wind, it kind of took it left into foul territory. So shot laying off that off-speed pitch, looking for a fastball. Well, that was a good pitch by Ramirez on the inside corner. He didn't get a strike call, but shot wasn't going to hit that.
Here comes the pitch. This one is fouled down the right field line.
Yeah, that was outside. Shot could have gone to right field with that.
And there's a walk.
Yeah, Ramirez lost shot on that. Very patient at bat by Shot. I wonder if Shot is related to the former Cincinnati owner.
Mark Schott, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. His S-C-H-O-T-T. You never know.
Is he from Ohio?
Let me check.
This one fouled.
Actually, Shot is from Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia, great city.
Yeah. Everything is Peachtree, John.
This one is hit the short. He's going to touch the back, throw it to first, double play. Joe Cocozza.
Well, gee, now talk about a tailor-made double play. But good pitch by Ramirez, producing that ground ball. That's what Baruch wants, ground balls, because they have such a good infield.
So we'll go to the bottom of the second. Bearcats lead 1-0.
Robert Wakely up for the Bearcats, and he came into today's action batting .270. And again, I think the Bearcats got to Johnston in that first inning, rocked him a little bit, got him off stride. Let's see how he reacts now. He's low and away there. His fastball seems to be dipping.
And that one is fouled.
Yeah, that was going low and away too, and Wakely went after it. Now Johnston's delivery, he kind of leans towards third base, which might throw. That time he was upright, but I think he tries to give you that sidearm look that might affect some hitters in terms of their concentration.
And this one is hit down the first baseline, and it's going to go 1-3.
Yeah, that was in on Wakely, and he couldn't get any mustard on it.
So that'll bring up Brian Hwang, the third baseman.
Yeah, Brian came in today's action at hitting 197.
This one hits the corner. Yeah, his biggest contributions this year, although if I recall, I think earlier this year he had I'm trying to remember if it was him that had a double that cleared the bases, but he's been a solid glove at third. This one goes to the backstop. Bottom of the second here, we are coming to you from the College of Staten Island.
By the way, John, the sun is trying to show as opposed to the last game when it really went in.
Yeah, much better feeling game right now.
Of course, you can tell it's a little warmer. I mean, all of us were looking for hoodies and hot chocolate and build a fire somewhere here in April, but now it looks like it's turning a little bit warmer.
And this one is fouled. Is there going to be a play on it? And the catcher makes the play.
Yeah.
Foul out on 2.
Yeah, Hwang was just a little bit late on that Johnston delivery. Alback up now, righty versus lefty. And again, if Johnston's going to come in with a fastball, that should be right into Alback's wheelhouse.
This one is hitting on the first base line, but foul.
Tell you, if Johnston added some off-speed pitches to his repertoire, he'd be really tough. But, hitters know he's coming in, trying to come in with the heat.
And this one is he hit down the first base line again, but they're going to call it foul.
Yeah, Albeck really hasn't gotten a good swing yet. Well, there was an off-speed pitch by Johnston that froze Albeck for a third strike.
And there you go. After 2 innings of play, the Bearcats lead 1-0. We'll be back in 1 minute. Yeah, it's not easy.
Welcome back. City College at bat, top of the third. Alex Montagnel up for City College. Comes into the game. He didn't play in the first game. Batting .417. No home runs, 3 RBIs. Ramirez deals, and Montevideo hits a towering fly, which is caught in right field by Joe Bello. And that'll bring up Rich Sigriano to face Ramirez, who's, settling in. Nothing bad going on against him. That pitch high. Fastball high by Ramirez. Sigriano high pop to Cocozza, and that makes an easy grab. So 2 down, and it's Tyler DeBlasi for City College. Came into today's action hitting .231. Ramirez comes in, gets a high strike call on a fastball, 0-1. Cocozza in to talk to Ramirez, who looks like maybe he's cramping up in his calf. Baruch infield out to tend to Ramirez. Yeah, Ramirez is down as the trainer needs to stretch out. Looks like his hamstring. And on a day like today, obviously not that hot, but, one wants to stay hydrated. Make sure you get enough electrolytes in your body so you can try and avoid cramps. And my goodness, with all the sports drinks that they have out now, you don't know which way to go, which way to choose. But now Ramirez seems to be up and he's on the mound, and I'm sure they'll give him some practice swings, hopefully, to practice throws to see if he's okay. Yeah, he comes in with that practice throw. Seems to be okay, but we'll see. Hopefully he's okay. And we will resume with Tyler DeBlasi for City College. So Ramirez down and low. Good fastball down Broadway by Ramirez. 2 strikes on DeBlasi. This is a curveball, low by Ramirez. He seems to be okay with regard to any leg situation. DeBlasi swing at a very inside pitch, swings and fouls it off. So 1-2 on Tyler DeBlasi. Pitch by Ramirez. DeBlasi skies it, foul, and that'll go into the stands down third base. So count remains 1-2. Pitch by Ramirez, low and outside. Tried to get de Blasi fishing, but didn't go for it. There's a really good pitch. Came from one side, went to the other side, and de Blasi is rung out by Ramirez. So Ramirez seems to be okay. And Baruch coming to bat in the bottom of the third, up 1-0 here in this second game. And we'll be back in a moment. All right, here we go to the bottom of the third. Baruch up 1-0. Johnston on the mound. And Kenneth Tavares up at the plate. And, of course, he came into today's action at hitting .231. No home runs, 6 RBIs. So we're in a 1-0 game. Johnston a little rocky at the beginning. Seems to have settled down. And Tavares fouls that off. But, again, no secret as to how Johnston is going to pitch you. So Baruch hitters, hopefully they'll be patient and do what they have to do. So Johnston outside with that fastball, outside and low, way off the plate. Tavares not fishing. Wow, he painted the corner there and rings Tavares out.
Not as much scoring this game so far compared to the last one.
Well, you know, again, I just mentioned, John, that, you know, Baruch knows what they're going to get from Johnston. They knew what they were going to get from Painter in that first game, and they finally got to him. Longazzo, 284 coming into today's action.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, that's again good off-speed pitch that appears to be coming belt high, and then it drops. There's that off-speed pitch, again dropped, but Longazzo lays off it. Well, Baruch Nation, the sun is shining more than ever right now as it's 3:30 New York time.
Comes the wind up in the pitch. Down low.
Yeah, he's been low a lot, Johnston. But again, he wants Baruch to go fishing as they wait for something down Broadway.
This one's hit to right field. And it drops. I think he just let it drop. He didn't touch the ball.
Well, I'll tell you, if I'm the City College coach, I'm going to be very upset with my right fielder, who was very nonchalant, John. And, you know, when you're nonchalant, you're going to lose games. You know, he needed to really fundamentally get under that. He was not under that, and it was a routine fly ball.
It was a routine, yeah.
So hopefully, Coach, again, you know, we'll have a word with him. So, of course, that gets the runner over to third. And so Baruch has a runner on third. And the guy is up. Coming in today's action, hitting .448. He's had a really good first game, both in the field and at bat. Cocozza trying to get a run in, which would be a second run for Ramirez to pitch with. So Johnston is high on that pitch, and of course Cocozza laying off.
Down low.
Yeah, now he's low, so he's high and low, and of course Cocozza, a patient hitter, not going fishing. Yeah, that's inside. Longazzo has, you know, nice little lead. Coach Torres behind him on third. Good speed at third. Wouldn't take much to get him in. Yeah, gee, that was a low strike call. But Cocozza laid off.
And this one is hit to left field. Let's see what happens. It's going to fall out of foul ball.
I'll tell you what, John, that was cued like we're playing billiards in between three players. And Cocozza definitely was very close to getting a hit in between those three. Obviously, that would have scored Longazzo. But this is looming to be a big run, and also it's upping the pitch count for Johnston. Baruch really making Johnston work.
And this one is hit to third. And they're going to make it a 5-3, and that's going to end. So after 3 innings of play, your score, the Bearcats 1, the Beavers 0. We'll be back in 1 minute.
John Cregan leads it off for City here. We've played 3, and top of the 4th, Baruch up 1-0, and Ramirez had a little scare there, would look like a cramp, but he seems okay now. Comes in with a strike. Off speed. Cregan again looking to set the table for City College. Trying to get to Ramirez. City College really hasn't done anything against Ramirez yet. Well, Cregan gets a seeing eye base hit into right field. So Jonathan Rivera, City College's leading hitter, up with a runner on first, and City down by 1. And again, they haven't really done much against Ramirez yet. There goes Cregan. So he steals second base, and again, RBI opportunity now for Rivera. And perfect situation if you're City College, you get your best hitter up in an RBI situation. Cregan has a decent lead off second.
And this one gets the corner.
Yeah. Again, let's see if Baruch tries the wheel play. Second baseman lurking around second, shortstop not far behind. So Cregan does not tag at second.
So 2 outs.
Michael Chasanov, the batter. Lefty versus righty. Nobody really holding Cregan on at second. And there's a base hit. And let's see, they're running Cregan in. And he will score easily on that base hit by Michael Chasanov to left field. So for the first time, City, getting to Ramirez. Kevin Brzezinski up with a runner on first. 1 out. Good bounce. This could be a tailor-made
nice
double
play. Does he get it? No, I think he's safe at first.
Yeah, that had the beginnings of a tailor-made double play.
Yeah, it was hard.
But, okay, 2 outs and a runner on first. And Victor Murashot, the batter for City. And now they're tending to
is that Tejada?
Yeah, they're tending to Tejada, who came up a little gingerly at first base. He was trying to stretch to, make that play. Very important for the players to not only stretch before the game, but to make sure that groin and hamstring area is stretched throughout the game.
And if anybody would know, Joe, it would be you as a
yes,
strength and conditioning coach.
Yeah. I don't know what day it is, but I certainly know my strength and conditioning.
Today's Monday, Joe.
That's in my DNA, absolutely. But yeah, not to be. Listen, groin injuries take a long time to heal, as do hamstring injuries. So you want to be on top of those. So shot up at the plate. Not, go ahead run is at first. And Ramirez has been okay. This is not really a threat, John. It's, Runner at first. They got to run in. He's high on that one. But, you know, you don't want to give City College any life, you know, that's for sure.
And this one is slapped to left field.
Well,
and runner's going to advance all the way to third.
City College basically, you know, playing hit and run. Now they have runners at the corner on good hitting by shot. Austin Ortiz, the batter. He did not play in the first game. He's hitting 143. No home runs and 3 RBIs. Good pitch by Ramirez. Dippity-doo. Another good off-speed pitch by Ramirez. Nothing that Ortiz was going to do with that. So again, this is a 143 hitter. Ramirez should have the advantage. He skies one to center field, Ortiz does. The wind playing around there, still in the outfield. But Baruch is out of it. So, 1 run, and we are tied at 1.
We'll be back in 1 minute.
Pedro Tejada Jr. up at bat for the Bearcats. Bottom of the 4th, and we are knotted at 1. Johnston in high with a fastball. Johnston right down Broadway with that fastball, so it's 1-1. Of course, Tejada winning the first game with a high chopper that went over the head of the city third baseman for a comfort behind win for Baruch. And, of course, Tejada, the veteran, coming through, playing first base in this game. Johnston high with that fastball. Last inning, Johnston got Baruch out on an off-speed pitch, but mainly his diet is fastball Tejada gets a hold of one, and that ball taken off semi-deep.
F8.
Caught in center field, but that was a good at bat by Tejada. Waited for his pitch, got it, and got some good metal on the ball. So one down, Joseph Bello up now for the Bearcats. Again, Joe came in batting .250. Does have one home run on the season. Johnston is high with that fastball. Of course, Bello lays off.
And this one takes a short bounce, but it's foul.
Yeah, Bello, I don't know. He kind of moved his hands there. I don't, that was a tough pitch to hit. It was high, but he chopped at it. Let's see if Johnston comes back with off speed versus Bello. Well, he came back with a fastball, and Bello got some nice metal on that. Lines out hard to left field. Good at bat by Joe. Robert Wakely, the batter, came into today's action at .270. So it seems like if you're the Bearcats and you can wait on a Johnston pitch coming down Broadway, you should be able to do something with it. Yeah, Johnston high with that last delivery. Well, that was an awfully low pitch, but the ump calls it a strike. It looked like below the knees. So again, Johnston comes in low with the fastball, and Wakely lays off it. So he has not been around the plate, Johnston. Well, he gets Wakely on an off-speed pitch on the outside corner. So we've gone through 4, and we are knotted at 1.
We'll be back in 1 minute. I was wondering the same thing myself. That could be NYU playing over there. I wonder if Bernstein is over there. You know what? Let me check the schedule. Case Western Reserve. Okay, ready, Joe?
For City College, here top of the fifth, Alex Montagnel leads off coming into today's game. Batting .417. This guy's a speedster. Get on the bases, he can motor. Ramirez a little bit high with his fastball. So we're getting to that point in the game where, we're knotted and who can, strike.
Who's not going to make a mistake? Unlike the first game where we saw 17 runs scored, particularly with the Bearcats coming back down from 8-2 to win 9-8, this game has been the opposite. It's been really, in a way, a pitcher's duel that we've managed to have a 1-1 score. So it's going to really, I think, come down to who's going to make the less mistakes here in the last few innings.
You're right on with that, John. It is a game of errors and who makes the least, like in basketball, turnovers. Well, Montagnel lines.
Oh, great play.
Wow.
Sorry we couldn't catch it, but great play.
Yeah, that was a low sinking ball out to left field. And it is ruled an out.
Yeah, I think he might have.
Montagnel really got some good metal on that ball, lined it hard. Of course, the ball was dipping. Rich Siriano is up now for City College as Baruch makes a great defensive play to start off the inning. One down. Off-speed pitch on the outside corner, and Ramirez does not get the strike. So it's a ball.
And this one is grounded to third. This one is high, but he gets his foot back down in time. Great play by Tejada. Oh, boy. He's been struggling there today. He's kind of...
Yeah, Tejada comes up. I don't know if it's an ankle or calf. But, yeah, he looks like he's in a little bit of pain. But hopefully he can walk it off. Tyler DeBlasi at the plate for City College. 2 down. No one on. Well, there's a foul ball by DeBlasi late after a Ramirez fastball, which was high. On the wrist, Ramirez fastball, so DeBlasi couldn't really do anything with that ball. 0-2.
This one in the dirt gets away.
Yeah, those are two pitches that were in on DeBlasi's hands. Not a whole lot he was going to do with those pitches. Wow. First base umpire says that DeBlasi went around. So Ramirez gets a strikeout. And at the end of 4.
4.5.
4.5, yeah. We are knotted at 1.
We'll be right back in 1 minute. Here we go, bottom of the 5th. Bearcats.
Brian Hwang, John, at the plate.
1-1.
Johnston does have 2 complete games this season for City College, so he's gone the length. That doesn't seem to be a problem.
And this one is grounded foul.
Yeah, Hwang just a little bit late on that one. So Johnston way outside and low with that fastball. 1-1. Now, that time he's way inside with his fastball. So 2-1. Baruch looking to put some runners on. A little bit of a rally here.
And this one is hit to short. 6-3.
Yeah, that was a routine ground ball. No harm for against Johnston. Jacob Auerbach at the plate. And, let's see if he can get a hold of one of Johnston's fastballs and give it a little ride. Johnston is way inside with that pitch, ball 1.
And this one is skied to left field. He'll park under it and make the play, and we got 2 outs.
Well, Johnston put it over the plate for Auerbach, but he just didn't get enough of it. But it was there for the taking.
What a difference. Again, I got to repeat between this game and the first game. But this happens a lot in doubleheaders. When you have 2 different pitchers with 2 different styles, you tend to get 2 different games.
Yeah. This game, the volume is down.
By the way, I'm glad we did this. I mean, wind aside, it is a little chilly. But it worked out very well broadcasting here today.
Yeah, Kenneth Tavares up at bat. Well, again, there's a chopper to third, chopper to short. And high throw, but the tag is made. So we are through 5, knotted at 1.
We'll be back in 1 minute. Bernstein is next door. Yeah, I told him to say hello.
So John Cregan will lead it off for City College here. Top of the sixth, we're knotted at 1. Ramirez again has steadied through.
But beautiful, well-pitched game, by the way.
Yeah,
I
one
mean,
run,
yeah.
one run, and so far given up, and really no threats by City College.
And this one is fouled at home plate.
Yeah, Cregan again came into today at 294. And is second on the team in hits.
And this one gets the corner.
Yeah, that was way outside, but Ramirez gets the strike call.
This one gets away after swinging and miss.
So Cregan gets a free pass to first base, and the City College has a runner on with nobody out. And here's the guy for them, John Rivera. Again, we've mentioned their leading hitter came in today at 425. Now, what is the strategy? To get the runner to second, or do you hit and run?
He's running.
Well, that question was answered. So Rivera in an RBI situation. Cregan at second. Nobody out. We're tied at 1. So a little bit of a threat against Ramirez here in the 6th. And you got your best hitter if you're City College at the plate. You might say, John, this is your opportunity right here. So that pitch is in the dirt by Ramirez. Of course, it's a cliche. You don't want to give Rivera anything good to hit. You want him to go fishing and, just hit him pop-up or something. He looks like he's steering a bunt. So Cregan is not going anywhere, but he's got a good lead at second, but I see second base lurking as well as Cocozza nearby. I don't know if Coach wants to do a wheel play at second. Well, Rivera taken. That was a really good pitch to hit down Broadway. It's 3-1. Wow, Ramirez gets some swinging, 3-2. Would this be huge if he can get Rivera out? One big gun out of the way.
Yeah, he's got to pitch his way out of it.
Well, you know, Cregan's got a pretty good lead there at second. And that looks like well, Rivera's taking first. Well,
I think that, yeah.
Well, that wasn't a balk, John, was it? Well, Rivera's on first. Cregan's on second. Michael Chasanov is at the plate. Nobody out. Pitch from Ramirez is way inside and low. Cregan still at second. Rivera at first. Baruch wants to guard against a wild pitch here or a pass ball that would advance the runners easily. So Ramirez needing some out pitches here.
A good play. Runner will go to third.
So one out and runners at the corners, first and third for City. And Kevin Brzezinski at the plate. That was a line drive to right, but right there for the taking.
Well, it was hit hard enough that it didn't enable the runner at first to get to second.
Well, the go-ahead run is at third. Coach Torres now walking to the mound and to have a conversation with Ramirez. Now, he's given you a nice game, but you go to the bullpen because, remember earlier he came up with what looked like a hamstring issue or a calf issue. I don't know if that's the issue here, other than this is a strategy meeting. So Kevin Brzezinski up at the plate. Runners at the corners for City College. One out. And we are tied at one. So the go-ahead run for City College is at third. That's a ball low and away from Ramirez. Baruch's defense at third, a little in. Shortstop back, second base in line with second. So, you know, again, if a bunt was laid down here, that might be tough down first base, but that doesn't look like it's in the offering. Ramirez gets an inside pitch call for a strike. 1-1. That's another inside pitch from Ramirez. That's down and low. It was an off-speed pitch. So it's 2-1. Nothing like a double play at this point for the Bearcats.
Oh, they're going to call it foul.
Wow.
Which is too bad because had it stayed in, he could have made the play at second too.
Well, that was awfully close. I mean,
I thought it was in.
That was hugging the white line. So we're down at a 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And again, the concern for Baruch is the third base runner. That pitch is high. So we're now at 3 balls, 2 strikes for Brzezinski.
And they're going to get him out at home.
Well, I'll tell you, that was a perfect play for Baruch because it was right to third, but I don't know if you realize, Baruch Nation, you had to hold your breath for a second because it took a high bounce. So good vertical jump at third base to stop what caused the City College loss in the first game, a high bouncing ball. So 2 down. And let's see if Ramirez can get out of this bit of a jam. Runners at first and second for City College.
And this one is hit to short, takes a hop, and they're going to get the runner out on third, and that's going to retire the inning.
So Ramirez gets out of it with the help of some bounces in the infield.
Yeah, so Bearcats, no runs allowed. So we've played 5 full innings here in Staten Island, and the score remains Bearcats 1, CCNY 1. We'll be back in 1 minute. I'm going to see what happened with that play. Right?
Hey, Dean, can you erase the ball strike? Ball strike out. So we are back to action. Bottom of the 6th, Baruch and City knotted at 1. Roy Longarzo up at bat to lead off against Johnston. We are in a cliched pitcher's duel between Johnston and Ramirez here in the second game. There's a hard hit ball by Longarzo, but fielded cleanly, and he's thrown out at first. So 1 down for Baruch. And Andrew Horizon up as Baruch attempting to get some runners on, trying to get that go-ahead run. Johnston a little outside with that fastball, 1-0. Johnston this time has the corner strike, so it's 1-1 as he is trying to nibble around the around home plate. That's a foul ball back to the net, so it's 1-2.
Joe, I went downstairs, and by the way, we are in the bottom of the 6th. My correction on that, I think I said it was the end of 5 before. But, yeah, I went to find out what happened on that play where the guy went to first, and it turns out it was a walk.
Oh.
The one, I think there was something about a count reset, the one that we missed because we had our heads down. So I got the clarification on that.
Yeah, it was weird because, I thought it might have been a balk, but a balk wouldn't let you go to first, Okay, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Well, Johnston comes in hard with a fastball, a little bit low, but gets the strikeout. So, Mr. Joseph Cocozza is at the plate now with 2 down, and Baruch trying to get that go-ahead run as we get late.
This one is hit to third. And scoops it up 5-3.
Well, I'll tell you, sometimes it's an adventure at third and first, but City College makes the play. So after 6, we are still knotted at 1.
We'll be back in 1 minute.
John, did you finish your sandwich?
Yeah, I gave Dima the other half.
Man, that sandwich was for 4 people.
Did you manage to finish?
Yeah, I kind of picked at it, but
Wow,
I'm saying that was a sandwich for 4 people. Talk about a platter. I thought this guy walking was Mike Dietz, but it's not. He looked like Mike Dietz from afar.
Yeah, I can see that.
I was going to say, why would Mike Dietz be here at a? He lives in California.
How's live stats, Dima? How's live stats? Okay. We are 92 minutes into this game, or actually a little bit less because we started a few minutes before. 23 people watching, Joey. I'm not happy with that number.
Yeah, what's that about? Well, you said those numbers will go up at some, I guess.
All right, here we go. Here we go, Joe.
Austin Otis will lead off for City here on top of the 7th against Ramirez. And Ramirez's first pitch is high and inside. Remember, Ortiz coming into today's action hitting 143. So, he's not like a Rivera threat at the plate.
Here's a ground ball, a short. Cocozza to Tejada. 1 out.
Yeah, that's a routine ground ball. So, no harm, no foul for Ramirez. And this is Alex Montagnel, who came into today's action at 417. But this is a guy, look at his body. He's a speedster. So if you're Baruch, you don't want to get him on the bases. Low and away by Ramirez, ball 1.
And this one is hit hard to left field. And there's a play.
I'll tell you what, Montagnel gave that a ride. With a little bit of wind, then we might have been looking at something not too good for Baruch. But as it is, it stayed in, and the catch was made. So we have 2 down.
Wow, what a great game pitched here today. This one, another quick.
Sigliano just hits an easy fly ball. So Ramirez does his job. And we go to the bottom half of the 7th, tied at 1.
We'll be back in 1 minute.
Pedro Tejada Jr. will lead it off for the Bearcats here in the last of the seventh. Of course, Pedro won the first game with that circus-like bounce over third base. Comes into today's action hitting .359. And the guy you won up at Blatt, if you're the Bearcats. Johnston is low with his off-speed pitch. Of course, remember we said Johnston has 2 complete games, so he should be okay stamina-wise at this point.
Yeah, we're playing 7 innings, by the way, because it's the doubleheader today.
Boy, I'll tell you, he got a strike call on a very outside off-speed pitch. The umpire giving away gifts here early. It's another off-speed pitch, but way inside. Tejada lays off. 2-1. If I'm Johnston, I'm coming in with my heat. I'm not playing games here, but well, there's heat, but it's way low. So that's 3-1 in favor of Tejada.
And a walk. That's exactly how you want to start the inning. Get a runner on base.
Well, Johnston again came in with his bread and butter, but he couldn't find the plate. So now Joseph Bello up, and Coach Torres has decisions to make. What does he do in terms of base running? We need just the 1 run. Wow, that's a low fastball, but Johnston gets the strike call. 0-1. Do you hit and run in this situation? That's outside and low. 1-1. The Baruch hitters have been really patient, so if Johnston is trying to get them to go fishing, he may be thinking wrong, because they're very disciplined and patient at the plate. That's a high fly to right.
F9 on the play. 1 out.
So Robert Wakely at the plate for the Bearcats. Tejada at first. Now remember, Tejada has been a little gimpy here in this game, so in terms of speed on the bases, that's a factor. So Johnston gets a strike call down Broadway with a fastball, 0-1. Tejada has a normal lead at first. There's a ground ball right to second base. Could be a tailor-made double play. It is. So Johnston throws a ground ball, and we are still knotted at the end of 7 at 1.
We'll be back in 1 minute.
Yeah, making up for the 7 and 7. Yeah, Tejada can't move. So Ethan Angris, just newly inserted into the game for City, leads off against Ramirez, and it's a called strike on a low outside fastball. Top half of the 8th inning. And there's an off-speed pitch that goes for a ball. So 1-1. We're in a real nail-biter here. Pitchers duel. And there's a seeing eye hit by Angris, which just eludes second base. So City has a man on, nobody out, and John Cregan at the plate. So if you're City College, what is your strategy on the base pass? Hit and run, steal, bunt over?
I think in light of the fact that this has become a bit of a pitcher's duel, you need to do the best thing you can to get your pitchers in scoring position. And I would not be surprised if he goes very shortly.
Well, you do have a capable runner. He shows bunt, but lays off and way outside pitch by Ramirez. But you do have a capable runner at first in Angris for City College. So that's something to work with. Of course, defensively, Baruch wants to get him, that lead runner.
And he bunts. And they're going to go to second. They get it. To first. Double play.
Well, talk about execution. That was textbook on the part of Baruch. Now, here's the interesting thing, John. Had that all failed, look who's up at bat. Your leading hitter for City. So Baruch goes from a possible jam into a chance to kind of breathe.
Great play by Ramirez, who helps himself out. This is why you go to Florida, to go down there and get that extra opportunity under warm weather, to spend all that extra time you need instead of being in an indoor gym in February. Those little things really do make a difference. And what a play. What a pivotal play. So, and this one is hit now.
That's a tough play, but I think they'll get, okay.
Yeah, it's a tough one, and now the runner will advance to second. Yeah, that was a tough play.
Okay, so, again, 2 outs now, Rivera at second. John, I beg to differ. I go to Florida for Waffle House. So
me too, Joe.
So, we'll put aside baseball fundamentals. I'm going to Waffle House, and then I'm going to try and find a P.F. Chang not too far for dinner. And, of course, little trip to the water. But, in all seriousness, you go to Florida for the chance to be outside and really get ready for the season. So here is Michael Chasanov with Rivera at second and 2 outs. A strike on the outside corner for Ramirez. The go-ahead run for City College on second base. But so far, Rivera's helped himself out in this inning. There's a looping hit. Let's see if they bring Rivera in. And they do.
Yeah, and the ball kind of gets away at home plate. It kind of sort of curled in the wind, and that enables the runner to go advance to second.
So a weird turn of events here. It looked like Baruch masterfully was going to get out of the inning.
Yeah.
And then Rivera gets on, and then Chasanov hits a really dying ball out to the outfield, which drops in front of the outfielder, and Rivera comes home. So City College 2, Baruch 1, 2 outs, and Kevin Baczynski at the plate. And Ramirez is low, 1-0. So a little bit of a twist here in the top of the 8th.
Yeah, disappointing because we had that terrific double play. I mean, you kind of felt like, wow, great play, great action. And CCNY, to their credit, give them credit, they came right back and they picked up a run. And this is nowhere near the same game we had in the first game with scoring, but they got their second run.
Well, we want to give shout out City College. Obviously, looks like they're well coached. And of course, again, a little bit of a twist here in the top of the eighth and what happened. But Ramirez ahead now, 1-2 to Brzezinski. Again, runner at second, 2 outs, but City College is up 2-1.
Good play. A lot of good synergy there in the corner with Brian and Joe. And,
so at the end of 7.5, it is City College 2 and Baruch 1.
We'll be right back in a minute. I know I got to always correct myself too with the scoreboard graphic here. I don't either. Blame me. I don't blame you.
So bottom of the eighth, and Baruch, Brian Huang up at bat. Now this is last slicks now for Baruch. There's a shot to left field, but right at the fielder. So Johnston going for the complete game, in which he's had 2 this year, gets the first out.
Jake Ourvan, he was the one that started the rally last game. He was the first batter. Let's hope maybe he could be the first batter to get up here.
Well, again, 1 down, and Baruch needing base runners.
Yeah, pinch hitter, by the way, Jake Ourvan. And this one's hit the short. Oh, this one is.
Well, that's not going to make the highlight film for City College, as Baruch has a base runner. So
I would give that a single. First off, the ball was in the hole. It would have been 50-50.
So the winning run is on first base. I'm sorry, the tying run is at first base, but the winning run is at the plate for Baruch in Kevin Tavares against Johnston. So Johnston's delivery is a strike at the knees. 0-1. Jake at first with a normal lead. I don't think he's going anywhere. But if there's a pass ball or wild pitch, he'll be on his horse.
This one's hit the short. Uh-oh. And they do it.
Well, Johnston made quite a pitch. And, again, got a ground ball and a double play. So, City College, I don't know, City College.
Well,
ekes out a victory. I think ekes out, John, is the operative word there.
Well, look, it's one of those days where everybody was happy once today. And unfortunately for the Bearcats, we were not happy in the second game. These two teams, based on the current standings, the Bearcats still have a one-game advantage over CCNY. But based on what we have seen so far, these two teams seem to be so far the best teams in the league. But again, we still got 4 more conference games left. We got a doubleheader next week with John Jay. Then we've got Lehman. So still plenty of baseball to play.
Yeah, let's shout out to Ramirez. He pitched a heck of a game.
Oh, that is such a tough effort.
And he
did so well.
And that defensive play that he made will make many highlight films.
Tough luck loser. Oh.
So, John, in these games, you hate that somebody has to lose. If you're Baruch, you're ecstatic and happy. Coach Torres will point out a lot of good things. And, you always want to make adjustments. But, Baruch is set up to take care of their championship run. City College, be careful. They're in the rearview mirror, and you want to be careful of them. But if you're a Baruch fan, you got a lot of positives here and a lot to be looking forward to. John, we want to also shout out while we can Baruch men's volleyball that had a great year. Just recently went up against Vassar, but shout out to them for a great year and a lot of highlights for Baruch fans. And away we go. Baruch Athletics continues, and we're searching for more chips.
Yeah, so there you are. We're happy today to have brought this doubleheader. Bearcats split it, and it's nothing you can do but put this behind you and get ready on Tuesday for the next game, which is against Manhattanville. And that's what's great about the sport of baseball is you don't have a lot of time to rest and think about this game because you've got one coming up right away. So that'll wrap it up here from the College of Staten Island complex. My name is John Neves, and I've been here with Joseph Stolzer. And
Joseph P. Stolzer.
Excuse me, Joe. I forgot to mention the P.
Yeah,
let me repeat it.
My
Joseph P. Stolzer.
Yeah, I got family in Des Moines, Iowa listening.
Oh.
But anyway, have a great, safe night, Baruch Nation, and go Bearcats, and we'll see you.